everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. If you don't know who I am, my name is Monica and this is my first video back in 2 years. So I'm very excited to be doing this video, and I thought what better way to start off the year or this new video by sharing with you guys some of the things that I've learned through meditation and through having meditated for the past 31 days in January. So I'm going to share a bit about how I meditate, why I like to meditate, and essentially what I've learned and how it has changed me this past year. The first thing that I want to talk about is how I meditate and when I meditate. So usually how I meditate happens when I wake up. I usually get up, I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, and then immediately go into my bedroom. I usually have my Alexa Hue lights turned at like quite a dim light so that when I wake up the lights are not too powerful, like this light right now that's filming me. So it's not too powerful when I wake up, and my eyes can just adjust. So my eyes can adjust to the light in the morning. So I usually have it, I'm not sure what the color is, but it's like an orangey color. So I sit down in a corner in my room and I usually meditate with Insight Timer. The reason I like using Insight Timer is because it's free and it's very convenient. And I mean, this is not sponsored or anything, I wish. If you guys have any other websites that you like using for meditation, please do let me know, because I love meditation apps, so please share them, and hopefully it will help other people as well watching the video. But to start off, the first thing that I have learned from meditating for the past month has been just how much it has helped calm my anxious feelings in the morning. I usually wake up feeling quite anxious in the morning. Like I know a lot of people who go to sleep and they feel anxious at night and they just have all of these thoughts roaming around their head, and they just have so many thoughts in their brain and they can't get to sleep. Whereas for me it's the complete opposite, because I can sleep at night fine. I could have a stressful day and I can get to sleep completely fine, but it's just when I wake up in the morning I just have like these anxious feelings, and it doesn't even have to be like I have an exam that day or I have an important event that day. It's just how I feel day to day. You know, it's just anxious feelings. I think everyone gets them every now and then, but yeah, I usually get them like almost every day. Meditation has helped me massively kind of deal with the anxiousness that I feel in the morning, and almost it vanishes away. Like after meditation I'm like, whoa, I no longer feel anxious. So it's kind of like a magic potion for me. And the other thing is just helped me with reducing stress a lot. I'm currently a university student, and you know what it's like going to uni. You have deadlines, you have exams, and it can get quite stressful. So I think it is really important to set aside at least 10 to 15 minutes every single day to yourself, to your self-care, and to give yourself that time to just be with yourself. It's really, really important, especially in such a digitalized world where we are scrolling on Instagram, we're on our phones, we're on our screens all the time. It's important to have that time for yourself. So those have been massive things that have helped me honestly deal with the anxiety and deal with the stressful situations. It is just such a reminder for me that, you know, things are not that deep. Whenever I meditate, it almost, you know, my brain is racing and I'm racing and pacing. But when I sit down in stillness for 10 to 15 minutes, I almost feel like things are just not that deep, and it really sets me up for the day in such a positive note. So that is definitely one of the major things that I have loved about meditation. The second thing that I have loved about meditating has been being able, this doesn't happen every single time I meditate, but just certain meditations take me back to my childhood memories, and it takes me back to times where I just felt so free, I felt so peaceful, and it really just makes me, it just reminds me of what I felt in that moment. It probably isn't an accurate representation of what I felt in that moment, but like it's a very positive feeling whenever I feel like I am 8 years old and I'm in my parents' room in Spain and I'm soaking up all of the rays of sunshine and I just have no stress and I just feel so free. And feeling like that again, sitting in stillness, is a completely, you know, priceless moment. And if you guys can feel that moment like I do whenever I meditate sometimes, it is absolutely crazy. Like, it just makes me think, oh, like I'm so lucky to have lived these moments and to be able to hopefully experience them in the future. Just the sun and the freedom and the happiness, it's just amazing. So meditation really takes me back. And kind of linking on with that, number 3 is being able to also envision what my future will look like. And obviously I have no idea what my future life would look like, but I do have an ideal or dream life, whether that's, you know, accurate or not. Like, it's constantly changing, and in a specific day I might think, oh, this is where I want to be, this is where I want to get, and it will always change, and that might not be my ideal version of happiness, but in that moment I will think that will bring me joy. And it's not specifically thinking about the future, you know, like I will have all of these material possessions and I will have all this money. It's more like I will have this freedom and I will have this peace in my life, which I can get now, but it's just that thought of like what it will be in the future is really exciting to me. So being able to envision those feelings is very, very exciting, and it also makes me evaluate whether that's the sort of life that I want to lead and that's the life that I want to have. And it also makes me think, okay, this is what it takes to get there. Is that what you're willing to sacrifice, or is that the route that you're willing to take to get to where you'll be? I know this is a bit deep, but like I really, really feel it. And I can just kind of envision my life in the future. And I can't really do that when I'm just walking around in my day-to-day life, you know. So I think meditation really helps me with that. The 4th thing is having been able to pick up journaling as a form of meditation. So I kind of use them in conjunction with each other. So I will either journal or, well, I will meditate always, but I don't journal every single day. It's something that I want to pick up. But I usually, if I have a lot of thoughts after meditation, I will usually get my journal out and start journaling, whether that's like ideas or feelings or thoughts or something that happened in my day. I quite like writing about it because I have a tendency to like text people about whether it's my problems or whether it's like something that happened in my day. I'll like text it out. But then it's like someone is taking on that baggage, which, I mean, they probably don't want to, and it's completely fine to talk to your friends and talk to your family, completely okay, but I think that I got very comfortable with doing that. So I think that now my journal is like my friend that doesn't need to reply. I can just like vent to or share my ideas, my thoughts with, and there's no need to have any response, which is nice. And I feel like through writing as well, I notice such a difference in the way that I write. When I have a lot to share, I'm like scribbling down like really quick. And then when I have like, well, I feel inspired or I just want to write slowly some ideas, like my pace of writing is a lot more slow. So yeah, journaling has also been something that I've been able to do whilst I've been meditating, which I just didn't do before. The 5th thing is being able to learn about different types of meditation. Before, when you think of meditation, what springs to mind? Someone sitting for 10 minutes in silence and that's it, or maybe listening to a guided meditation. There's so many types of guided meditations. You have mantra meditation, you have walk-in meditation, which I didn't know it was a thing. Like, I just thought meditation you sat on the floor or maybe laid on the ground, but there's also like walking meditations, and they're really cool, to be honest. There's also pranayama, there's Reiki, other different types of breathing as well. It's not just like breathing in and breathing out, or breathing in for a count and then breathing out. There's like box breathing. So there's many different types of meditation, and I think that is the fun thing about meditating. It's not just like sitting down for 10 minutes and that's all you're doing. Like, there is just so much to it. I think it was good that I started off with Insight Timer. It was good for me just because there was a specific challenge. So, you know, it takes 21 days to build a habit. And I think for me, sometimes it's difficult. Like, if I start and then I'm like, what am I doing the second day? And just that energy that you need to think about what meditation you're going to do, it's like harder to stick to it. Whereas if you have a specific plan, like when you're at the gym and you have a plan and you know what you're working on, it's much easier than just going to the gym and not knowing what you're working that day. So with the challenge, it was 31 days and 21 days to form a habit. So basically it has become a habit now. But yes, so it's been great. It's given me a lot of flavor for different types of meditation, and I highly recommend that you go out and learn about the different types of meditation because there are so many. The next thing, I think we're like 6th thing now, is the confidence that it has given me, and just the confidence to stay consistent. And I think that's something that I've always struggled with, consistency. I'm really good at starting things, whether that's projects, whether that's this YouTube channel, whether that's like going to the gym, but I've always struggled with consistency. I'm really good at continuing, but consistency is really hard. So meditation has given me that confidence to really stay consistent with my practice and just do it every single day. So yeah, hopefully it just helps and spreads and helps me in other aspects and facets of life as well. Relating back to the first thing, so this is the 7th thing, about relating back to the first thing that I said about how it helps me calm down my anxious feelings and feelings of stress. It has also really helped me sleep better. I mean, I'm quite lucky in the sense that when I get into bed, I can fall asleep within 5 minutes. I don't know how I do it, but I just do. And meditation, I highly recommend to anyone who struggles to sleep at night to try out meditation, because usually on Insight Timer, they have night meditations, or they have like night sounds that help you sleep. And I basically listen to, whether that's like a 60-minute one or like a 5-minute one, and I play it on my phone, and then I set an alarm on my phone to basically say after 15 minutes stop playing. So like the music or the meditation will stop playing, and then the phone will turn off essentially. So what I like to do is play a meditation at night to just help me sleep, and it honestly also helps me like wind down quite a lot. Like at 9 o'clock usually my lights dim down, and if I play meditation, it just helps me have that me time after a stressful day at uni or just like a really busy hectic day. It helps me have that me time. So yeah, it's just great. Like you can just meditate whenever you want. It doesn't have to be in the mornings. It doesn't have to be a strict schedule. You can meditate once, you can meditate 5 times, whatever you need that day. Meditation is just great, honestly. It also is great because you can meditate anywhere. It doesn't have to be that you meditate in your house. You can meditate at work, you can meditate at uni, you can meditate on the bus on your commute to work. So honestly, all you need is your body, and that's it. You don't need anything else really. Like maybe your phone to play on a meditation, but you can also meditate whilst you are on the bus as well. Why I love meditation is it's really allowed me to just relax and not stress, because life is beautiful. And I think once you take that moment to pause, once you take that moment for yourself, it completely shifts your perspective every single day. It's crazy when I wake up and maybe I'm anxious and I'm stressed, but as soon as I sit down on the floor to meditate, I never regret it, and I feel like a fresh new woman. I feel excited, I feel positive, I feel optimistic about life, and it's just absolutely crazy how it transforms your perception of that day. Like it really turns your life and day around completely. So yeah, I absolutely love meditation, and I hope you guys try it out. I really strongly encourage you to try it out. Even if you've not tried it before, give yourself maybe a week challenge or give yourself a day to try it out. I think when you start meditating, it's difficult, and I found it hard to just sit still. It's definitely difficult to just like, you have so many thoughts and you have to sit still and you have to listen to someone talk. It's difficult. But the more you do it, it's like going to the gym. It's difficult to lift weights at the beginning, but the more you do it, you get used to it and it becomes so much easier. It's like absolutely anything in life. So just give yourself a couple of days to try it out and get into it. If this is, this is your sign to get into meditation, if you've been meaning to get into it for a while. And at this point, meditation has become a non-negotiable for me. So even if I have to wake up early, which I do because I love to have a relaxing morning. I don't want to meditate and then, as soon as the meditation finishes, I'm like out the door. Like I want my mornings to be relaxed. And it's possible to do that. I know that, maybe you have a busy schedule, and maybe if you have kids and things, it's a different story. I'm definitely very privileged that I don't have a busy household or anyone to take care of apart from myself. So it's easy for me to say, but if you are in a similar position, I highly recommend that you wake up a little bit earlier just to give yourself a bit of time for meditation and also to have a relaxing breakfast. I hate being in a rush and I like to eat slowly. So I usually give myself about an hour from the time that I wake up to the time that I need to leave, or an hour and a bit sometimes. So I wake up, and as I said, I go to the bathroom, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I meditate, give myself about 20 minutes or so, and then I go and make breakfast. And then I eat breakfast, and then I get dressed, shower, get dressed and so on, and prepare my stuff and then head. And usually I have to wake up at 6 in order to go to the gym in the morning and make it for my morning lectures. But it works out because I go to bed early. I go to bed about 10 o'clock, so I managed to get my 8 hours. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like I always ramble on and like branch out and talk about all these things, but that's how I've changed. That's how meditation has improved my life and changed me in a really positive way. And I hope that this video helped you or inspired you to take up meditation, or at least try it for yourself. And yeah, if you do try it, please do let me know how you find meditating, and I would love to hear your thoughts. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.